Barton and Seb, game 2 on the way. So gather your tools for watching. Food, drink, probably eyes. Yes, we have a good look. Have fun from Epsilon Seb. That's not Epsilon Seb. This is Barton, in fact, on the north side is the Allies. Epsilon Seb is down here, depicted as a child in a hat building his bedrock quarters. Not this kind of hat, though. I couldn't get all of the pictures for my tournament board thing. I tried to get in contact with everybody. Some didn't reply. Some were like, just use this picture. It doesn't really care. When I really wanted their pictures. So I have no idea if some of those pictures are actually even them from my Googling. It probably isn't. But most of them, there for sure, are the real deal. So you'll also notice that this game is underway. We are smack bang stuck into hitting that play button, and off we go. And this is the perfect time for talking about unimportant mandatory things that I have to say. Otherwise, I will be bullied by community developers who are trying their best to help me expand and get out there. So the Company of Heroes forum thread that I have in the official Company of Heroes forum, that is, all go down into the description of this video, and you should be able to get a clickable link for that, and that will take you to my thread, Inuki TV, Company of Heroes, something like that. Just post a nice fluffy comment of something and upvote that thread, however you do that, I'm not too sure, and that will help me get recognized a bit more in the Company of Heroes section of Inuki TV. Thank you very much. Do I have to say thank you and please? Yes, okay, I have to say thank you and please. Okay, that's fine. I can depart with some thank yous and pleases. I feel like somewhat of a limited amount of those at the moment. I know people are frustrating to deal with. Oh, when you just want a picture of them and they can't even do that. I know, I've been waiting. This is completely irrelevant, by the way, but I've been doing some work for something like worth about £120 for this work, and this one person has one single thing to do, and he's taking about 2 weeks to do it. Literally just a picture. Not even like drawing it, he just has to take a picture of something. Any case, we have mines down here from Barton, which maybe or maybe not Seb has seen. He's moved his pioneers. It might have been an attack move, really. They're not really in cover there. It looks like the Volks are moving in. They know what cover looks like in the form of these wires. Oh my god, like how many times the bullets just hit those wires. Rifleman back up for Barton's engineers, though his engineers are getting out, and the pioneers waltz straight across that mine. In fact, that may have been even beneficial for Seb. That guy's life for that mine there. I think that's a bargain. I think that's many bargains, but the riflemen are going to get their backup from... Yep, that is a second rifleman squad on the way. We have a Volk squad. Yeah, wow, I'm calling all the shots today. Moving up for Seb, and that will be delicious. Not going to be able to really negate the cover from there. Oh, no, he's moving round into position, however. Takes this green cover, which will definitely deter Barton. There we go. He's moving out of the way. In fact, I'm going to come around to the left and maybe capture some of this territory over here, which is beautifully undefended right at the moment. Lots of capturing for Barton. More mines going down as well over on the right. Pioneers are here to take the strategic point, but they... Looks like they've got the underhanded part of the situation as the engineers take a few burst shots at them. The riflemen, in fact, insist to go inside this building, which has 3 windows. Yes, it does have 3 windows available to it against all these Volks and Pioneers. I believe that's still not a favorable engagement for the riflemen. Bartman opts out of that situation, hiding behind that building, and then gets back in the building. Oh, was that like a misclick or something? Or... It's still not a favorable engagement for him. Over on the left, the engineers are being hammered out here. Indeed, the riflemen, though, I'm keen to see what these guys are doing. We've got an MG42 from Seb inside this building. Definitely not a good place for his riflemen to be. 2 riflemen squads moving over on the right again. More mines down for Barton. In his last game, he liked to put loads of mines down. In this game, he is similarly investing a lot of munitions into putting down those mines. This heavy cover seems to be Barton's home right now. The Volks are moving back into the compound. We've got an MG moving up into position to try and help out this situation further, to try and make it somewhat easier for the Volks to move in there and shoot some of their wonderful, wonderful deadly bullets. Now Barton did manage to actually get out of the situation. His rifleman squad are crawling out of there, but they are split up. This is perfect for Seb. He's managed to disperse the squads and then take them out one by one. Or maybe he's just going to leave that one. But he at least took out the other rifleman squad. That's partially taking them out one by one. At least one of them did. Our riflemen are taking the riflemen? No, the engineers. What are you doing today, Inuki? I know. I feel a little bit sick. That's the excuse I'm going for, by the way. Our flamethrower squad from Seb going into the building. Oh, what a timing for Barton's flamethrower. Those pioneers have to get out of there. They were not really in a favorable situation anyway, but they did try and get that cutoff point, which would have prevented all of the right-hand side resources for Barton being gathered. However, it's not like Seb doesn't have a decent amount of territory. At the moment, he has enough to sustain himself for now and even go straight for a tier 2, get that Pack 38 out. Hopefully, now the last game, he didn't get a motor pool out. He did not like motor pools. He can't fail this time round because, of course, he can't get a motor pool. That is somewhat of an advantage, I guess. And maybe we'll be on for a longer game this time round. Our engineers have finished capturing that munitions point and moving round to this munitions point. In the meantime, we've got a sniper out here which hasn't exposed himself as of this point. Bars have just popped up. The Volks moving away from heavy cover back to all of the other Volk squads, which two of them are at least quite fatally wounded. The rifleman with the Bars moving in with the engineer flamethrowers. The flamethrower explodes, however. I think a Volk squad went down there. The Bars taking Seb by surprise just a little bit. The flamethrower, however, is a significant loss on the Barton side of the map. We have a mine being hit by the engineer squad with a flamethrower. The flamethrower squad, though, nothing to really finish it off. The sniper maybe trying to get in range to take some shots. It has taken 4 kills already. Another unlucky soldier dying behind the train over there. It's a shame. Now, we do have 2 CPs available to Barton at the moment, but no doctrine choice as of yet. Reinforcing back at base. Yep. No other supplementary buildings as of yet either. But he's doing really, really well on territory. Uncontested on that right. Not much battles happening over there at all. Now, 1 Volk squad down is not too bad at the 7.5 minute mark. We can just try and push onwards to that tier 2 and make up for that. I always feel like it's not much of a significant loss compared to a rifleman early on in the game. But you still want to avoid doing it, of course. The MG42 play from Seb at the moment, proving well to sort of deny the rifleman's movement abilities. The sniper as well, putting down pressure as the MG covers them. Wow, the MG moving all the way up here with the sniper taking some side shots as the Volks and the Pioneers tank a load of damage right in the forefront. This is a beautiful MG42 emplacement with a Pioneer squad inside the building. Flamethrower equipped, pouring down. The cutoff point has been taken, negating all of the right-hand points resource gathering nodes. We have a bunker going down as well. Pinned inside the building. I think not today. Not today at all. So, this is working out quite excellently from the Epsilon Seb. Much better than his last game as the Allies, at the very least. His Pioneer squad on one guy, walking around with that flame canister on his back, which could explode at any given moment. Yes, I know. Why do they put dangerous things onto the backs of human beings? Ooh, this guy ran into a wall and then just went like complete igniter. Maybe he's a superhero. It's more likely that he is just burning to death, however. We've got the rifleman squad trying to engage the flank of this MG. They are just trying to crawl in there and take a few shots. Another bunker going down because this one was unsuccessful and triumphantly was defeated before it even got constructed. I feel like a similar case might happen with this bunker. We have an MG over in this building, making it impossible to pass around this side at the moment. as a rifleman is indeed trying to do. However, flamethrowers working their magic on that MG42, and the bunker is cancelled. Flamethrower squad, no, still alive actually, still walking out of there. We have For the Fatherland activated as well. And it still wasn't enough, so congratulations to Barton on his victory in that battle. It looked like a hell of a one to actually push through, making sure that there was no base pin on that side of his base. He still has other exit points at least to consider. I remember in the last game there was a bit of choke point holding. There was other exits. Remember your options. There's always plenty of options to go for. Lots of MGs down. Moving around a lot too, so our flamethrower, is he going to be able to get away? I don't want to see another flamethrower squad die for the allied forces. They are taking fire, moving back behind that train. That's good stuff there. The sniper takes a shot at the rifleman squad. The engineer is getting caught on all these bodies. Oh, they are blocking his exit. We have a howitzer strike readily available. A rifleman squad moving on the left-hand flank, closing the gap between the MG. However, this MG sets up in that window there. The howitzer strike is going down, retreating that MG. Careful, my soldiers, my lovely riflemen, getting a bit too close to that howitzer strike. They are landing on the roof. That building is becoming more and more. Wow, that shot really didn't do any damage to that building. No way, no the heck way. Our MG is managing to survive inside there, as the rifleman not having the same comforts as the MG inside that building. I'm surprised that building didn't take any more damage than it did. We got another bunker going down for Seb. What's it going to be? Surely not an MG bunker, but it could well be. It's at least faced in a direction that could potentially be one. I would like to see some medic stations, but I like to see medic stations in more comfortable positions, perhaps behind the houses. Maybe just comfortable in the sense that it's way back in your lines and is very deadly for the allied forces to move in there. Remember, the range on the medics is actually much greater than the range on the repair guys. But with vehicles, because they can move generally faster, and especially down roads which are dangerous. Remember, the roads are dangerous because of mines. Not everyone seems to put them down too much on the roads. I've seen a fair few mines down this road, but like not over 50%. And I'm especially seeing a lack of mines from Seb in this game. We've got MP40 Volks down here as well behind the trains. The spacing from these two players is mostly between 0.1 and 0.2, this middle point here. Again, just very little action on the right-hand side, especially from who needs to do it the most. Seb, who's focused his hardest on this point here, but with one luxurious Pioneer squad, he should be able to capture very slowly that extra munitions and fuel over on the right, which would be so awesome to have and tech with. We do have a tier 3. Wow, straight to tier 3 for Seb. He wants to finish this game early. We got a supply yard down and a triage center for Barton. In the meantime, he just tries to claim back this point here, whilst not forgetting that he has to engage the other sides of the map. If he just constantly engages, that munitions point is just being delayed even more by the minute as he's not able to capture that. And it'll just be like Seb sitting there defending that with the MGs, pressing everyone, as Barton is unable to just push out and capture some of our areas. But Barton is pushing out here. We have a medic station as the bunker of choice, and the flamethrower is beautifully coming around here and is going to pour out the fire all into this building. How long are they going to be saturating that building with flames for? I don't know. How long until like Seb does something about it? Doesn't matter. The flamethrowers are continuing to press onwards right into the front of an MG. Now, you have to be careful with flamethrowers because they will almost always be focused by great players. We do have two flamethrowers. This flamethrower is seeking cover inside the building, which I think is great. He needs that cover to survive just a bit longer as all of his comrades of war dive into this complex and force out the Axis. Wonderful heroism here from that medic walking down the road. But yes, that was great play for this guy here, this little guy, walking out to that building, making it harder for him to kill as all of his buddies actually defeat the enemy. And now they've secured this compound. They just need to secure it a bit more. Perhaps, I don't know, one of those beep boop systems where you punch in some pin numbers and it opens the door. That would be excellent security, some concrete walls also. But unfortunately, in this game, you can't build it. Maybe in Company of Heroes 2. MP40 Volks are charging away. And if any of them die, they get transformed into Grenadiers. We have 2 more on the way. We just need 1 more. A Stug has entered the field. Maybe we're going to see some Stug spam all the way from Seb. Going to run over some stuff at Tank Factory. Even though Barton has had many minutes of not having this point, therefore not getting any territory here, although he does now have this point here as well, which is also going to have to be claimed if Seb wants to cut Barton off yet again, which it looks like he is forcing, trying to puncture his way through here. Now, Barton is currently down by almost 250 victory points. What do we got dropped down here? It seems like a bar for me. The Volks cannot pick that up because they have the MP40s. They do, however, have 12 kills. Wonderful 12 kills. Our medics again, he's on his way. Oh, we just got a Grenadier squad, so this is the extra guy. 3 more, an additional Volks Grenadier, regular Grenadier rather, will be charging out of that bunker, ready to wage war. Sticky bombs are being upgraded. I'm more looking forward to the fact that maybe an AT gun would come out. But no, we're just going to have to hold on for like 120, 130 more manpower. And we can get a Sherman out, or a bit less, and we can get a Tank Destroyer out. Whichever one we decide to choose. A Howitzer Strike is being laid down. Whereabouts are you, Howitzer Strike? There you are, right on this MG42 here. It looks like, did that guy just teleport? I swear he just teleported. Well, he's dead now, but previously he did teleport. We got 2 Stugs out here, so it is going to be a Stug spam, some heavy crush. Could be in action from Seb. That's the idea he's got in mind, just to run over all of the soldiers and be general nuisance. But Stugs are a great adversary to Shermans. Like 1 Stug can easily defeat a Sherman, no doubt about that. You just have to try and be maneuverable and be broad in the sense of what units you have. You have to make use of sticky grenades, you have to make use of AT guns, you have to make use of pretty much everything you have to slow these Stugs down and allow the Shermans to try and get some good side shots without putting them in too much danger. So that's going to be very difficult, I believe, for Barton to do, as Seb has 2, not 1 Stug. So, you know, if you can go around 1 Stug, you definitely can't go around 2 Stugs. Unless Seb decides to just space, keep his Stugs together, in which case there is, what's that? What is that? I did this in my university. Something parallax. Visual parallax. If anyone understands what I mean, could they comment on that possibly? Because it's been a long time since I've been educated on the likes of audio and visual parallaxes, but that's definitely what's going on there. And here comes the Sherman coming all the way out here. The Stugs are like, hang on a minute, I'm going to slap that between 2 slices of bread and eat that. And a 3rd Stug is like, I want to play too, please let me play. Screw telephone poles, they suck. Oh my god. I'm surprised the Sherman didn't take more damage from that. Barton, seeing that the Stugs have pretty much every single quarrel in the world against them, is going to charge in there and maybe just end this game, because as soon as they defeat the Sherman, they can just blow up this Tank Factory and blow up everything in the map that belongs to the base of Barton. We got a Tank Destroyer on the way, but as soon as this pops out, 1, 2, 3 Stugs could all fire on that, and it would be dead. So the sticky grenades, the fearsome sticky grenades, are really what Barton needs to be throwing now to try and deter Seb this victory. Destroyed engine that's slowly going to be moving out there. We could use a repair bunker right here, right now, right here. Not right here, actually. Maybe somewhere right here. In the meanwhile, though, we got 2 riflemen back here on this side of the map, just working their magic as well, but not too good against the flamethrower and a Grenadier squad with some bars. They are, well, they were already low. Vet 1 there for 1 squad. Nothing for that one. We don't have any veterancy upgrades on the supply yard as of yet. Here comes the tank destroyer. Maybe invest in another tank destroyer before we go all out on these guys. And we have to make sure... No. Watch this now. 1, 2, and was that even a 3? That just might have been a 2. That tank destroyer is not something you send in frontally against 3 Stugs. You're never going to win. The Sherman on half health, risking it, but not as much as a tank destroyer on full health. Oh, a beautiful sniper shot straight over there. 22 kills for the Epsilon Sebmeister. Going in even closer to try and see some more infantry. We got 3 engineers, a perfect amount of engineers if you want to play around with your vehicles on the Allied doctrine, or Allied faction, regardless of doctrine.
Losing a victory point.
You really want to make sure you can repair these tanks fast and furiously so you can get them out of there. Our tank destroyer is going to take a position ready to move in from a side. Some mines would work wonders here for the Sebmeister. Just on the flank where you're not working, making it very difficult for vehicles to move, as their engines will be destroyed, and that maneuverability advantage that the Allies have will be fully depleted. The right is being taken now by a whole bunch of Axis guys. Mines being put down as well. It seems like Barton doesn't like this, though. Barton wants to move over to the right and not invest any more of his brain power on solving this issue here, because this is really a big issue at the moment. He can't just advance from the front. Maybe he can find himself a good little angle to engage from, but he's got to be careful like that. This is why we stick infantry in front. I think it's not very good for either of them. Like, if infantry get blown up, that's bad. Tank gets blown up, that's bad also. There's just so many bad things, and especially as the engineers were like, I'll come and repair you, Mr. M10 Wolverine, and then step on a mine whilst grouped up, and it was just awful. Absolutely awful. The riflemen are running into MG42s and Lord knows what, MP40s as well. We do manage to vet one up, though. That's good news. That's the best news we've had all week. I would like to see a crab flail just for poops and giggles. However, still not a good choice as the Stugs come in from the side and are about to blast their whole load of yummy right into the side of the Sherman. The Sherman should be good enough. Oh, look at this movement from Barton. He's going to go way behind the train instead of just going all the way back. Our tank destroyer taking some good rear shots here at this moment in time. We've got a second one here as well. So these guys are actually sandwiched. They've got to look one way or the other. They can't look both, which is just perfect from Barton. It's not... Okay, it's not perfect, but it's absolutely doing some goodness here as these tanks are taking damage. Our Wolverine's not yet. It's turning bad for Barton. Barton is having some micro issues now. He's managed to sort of get one Stug trapped behind a building whilst they focus some of the other Stugs down, but it's definitely still a difficult pickle binding situation for Barton. He's sending his tank destroyer in there out of control. Phases through the other M10 Wolverine. Has a fun time, almost going the full circle around that building, half circle at least. Our Stug now turns its attention straight onto the Sherman. Will the M10 Wolverine want to come in and take some side shots? Because these Stugs have to turn around, and it's got a slow turning round rate. And interesting fact, tanks, I believe, couldn't do this. They could not turn on the spot, just like that. They had to turn... like the way I've been told, as these guys get brutally murdered by all of the MG's vet-free Stugs, they had no separate... Why do I say hydraulics? It's not hydraulics. A separate gear for both tracks, so they could only turn in a circle. They couldn't pivot in a circle, if you know what I mean. Regardless, and obviously... all these guys got defeated. That was just absolutely awful. All of those MGs spraying their payload and suppressing those infantry soldiers. Whilst riflemen have absolutely no way of defeating those Stugs, even with their sticky grenades, it's just not going to be enough. Our engineers, however, staying in a formation which can only be known as artillery attractiveness, I would say. I just think you've got to be very, very careful. That mortars, like one mortar for Seb would be wonderful, because literally if you catch a mortar on these guys repairing, I can say like 6 out of the 9 guys here would definitely perish. most likely definitely perish. Barton at the moment fanning out with one single M. Heavy crush. Please heavy crush him. I want to see it. Ah, no, he retreats him just in time. That could have been excellent. I hear a Nebelwerfer on the map. There is a Nebel. It's firing in a location in... Oh, wonderful thing. Getting that squad right behind there suppresses them, pins them down. None of the shots really connect, though. Minor, insignificant damage as Stokes are moving around again. We have another separate bunker back here, which hasn't been specialized in anything. Our medics are working their magic as well. It's looking... Look at that. Barton is doing some excellent flanks, but they're really not paying off because simply because of the Stokes on the field with those MGs. Again, likewise, these guys can't rotate. Double stickies on this, triple stickies on this. Or we're going to see like a quadra sticky on this. There are not enough riflemen for this. Another medic, here he comes, going to get another grenadier squad out of here. It's really, really factory-like on these grenadiers. Mass production of grenadiers. Grenadiers to the full extent of the law. I think we've had enough of that. Our Stooks are chasing, trying to kill that one rifleman squad. They don't quite get it, though. They could have, honestly, just go straight into the base. Our M10 Wolverine is not enough to handle this. Our Sherman is not enough to handle this. If we had some grenadiers with some Panzerschrecks as well, that would be the end of Barton. But Barton's end is coming soon because it's 26 points to 498 in favor of Seb. That's right, allies have less than 25 points, and Barton GGing, in fact, right now. So that's a 1-1. We have a best of 3 coming up in the future. Join me for the next game. Enjoy the highlights, and I am going to claim my orange juice prize. My voice is running low on Energon. See you guys shortly.
Want more video? Over there at the top of the screen are relevant videos, and some other videos below them. You can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button too. If you got this far, maybe you should press like. No one sticks around for this long. Your loyalty shall go unrewarded.